It's time for Cats Talk Wednesday. Small town and big city joined forces. Vinny Hardy of Lynch, Kentucky, and Terry Brown of Louisville, Kentucky, team up to give you free-flowing, laid-back sports talk. Focus on Kentucky Wildcats, as well as pertinent information in the NBA, NFL, and Major League Baseball.
We are live. Cats Talk Wednesday. Another Wednesday evening. BS3 Network. BS3 Sports TV. Terry TV Brown. Signifying the Cubs making the postseason. That must be nice. How we doing, man?
Doing very well, man. Like I said, got a shout out to the Cubs making it back to the postseason for the first time since 2020. So yeah, gotta give a shout out for the misses in her squad.
Yeah, for real. So y'all will have October baseball to watch. So got that to look forward to. And you know, you just kind of let the 162 do what they do, and then does she still living down every pitch? Or
No. We just talked about this last night, and
hmm,
because a lot of her Cubs fans, I follow a lot of them on social media. It's like, my goodness, I cannot. See, I got out of the baseball business. Once the Expos moved, I was like, I can't get back into the baseball business because 162 games is a lot. That's a half year of being invested, and I can't do that. I need some time for my nerves. See the way my nerves work, I can't do it like that. And people living down with every pitch, and I'm following all these Cubs fans, and I'm like, okay, because they miserable. And then I go and check the standings, and only two teams in the National League got more wins than the Cubs. I mean, granted, Milwaukee's in the division, but still, like, it's a pretty good team. And then somebody,
yeah,
Cubs fan, put out yesterday, this is the 14th time since 1946 that the Cubs have won 86 games in the season.
14 times since 1986.
1946.
Oh, 46. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Oh,
it doesn't happen that often. So
okay.
I'm like, how can y'all be miserable
Yeah.
when your team is good? Like, I go
Mm,
check the standings. I'm like, why are y'all miserable?
yeah.
And it goes back to what I've been saying forever. I know people call me a sunshine pumper, but I'm like, if your team winning brings you no joy, then why are you doing sports?
Uh,
Like, if your
yeah.
team winning, like, that's what we're here for, right? And
Hmm.
so, I just can't be miserable like that. But so she's backed off a little bit, not living it down every pitch. Certainly still a fan, certainly wants to see him do well. But, you know, I did the math yesterday. I mean, you get 200, 220 pitches per game, 162 games. That's a lot of pitches to be living and dying by. And the way my health is set up, I can't do that anymore. I can't, I
Yeah.
can't, I can't do that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If my heart's gonna take me out, it's gonna be during Kentucky basketball.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saving my every dribble. That's what I'm living down with these days. So, uh, but did you see that there's a documentary coming out on Netflix? Who killed the Montreal Expos? It's got a who's who of Expos royalty talking. Pedro, Vladimir Guerrero, senior to be specific, and so I'm excited about that as an Expos fan.
Yeah, that should be good. Even Felipe Lou, I think, right
Yep,
too. Man,
yep, yeah,
Skip.
yeah,
Skip. That dude was always cool, man. He was just cool on the bench. As I couldn't rock with the Expos because they was fighting in the NL East with
yep.
the Braves, but I always liked Felipe, man. That was a cool dude. Moises over there, Grissom, Larry Walker.
Yeah,
My later played for the Braves. Galarraga was over there with y'all.
yeah. Chris
Uh,
Grissom was
yeah,
there. So
Dennis Martinez, El Presidente was over there.
yeah,
Man,
don't forget Randy Johnson. There's a lot of
yeah,
a lot of people that came through that sports organization.
yeah,
Don't forget Pedro first. Cy Young was in
yeah,
Montreal.
man.
So I'm excited about that. Like I said, longtime Expos fan, got on that bandwagon uh, as a youngster. Basically, because I was like, look, I'm a Niners and a Lakers fan. I'm not going to front run on everything in this league.
Hey,
So I was like, what is the most obscure team I can support? And it was at that time it was Montreal. So
there you
uh,
go.
my my stuff dates back to the early '90s, late '80s at that. So, uh,
That's all right. We got as we mentioned last week, Clara Strack is gonna be on with us. Uh UK reached out and said she's gonna be hopping on at 7 instead of 6:30. So y'all hang tight. About 25 minutes or so.
yep,
We'll talk a little Kentucky women's basketball with Clara Strack, who came in her first year in Lexington along with Kenny Brooks and Georgia A. Moore, and she did her thing, man.
absolutely. We're gonna cover that at all the blocks and blocks on blocks on blocks, and see what we got lined up for this upcoming season. I know they're ready to get back to it, seeing all the practice videos and different things that they're putting out there on social media. So I'm very excited about basketball, men and women.
Yeah, yeah. You had what Phil 68 guys came through and chopped it up with Coach Pope and all the players
Yep,
yesterday. Goodman and Rob Douster and all those guys got a little inside all access look at practice. Talked to all the guys, talked to OA, talked to everybody, and uh, they had just came from Louisville the day before, so that's both
yeah,
teams top 10. So it should at least be aesthetic basketball when Kentucky goes to the now, based on the way that both of these teams are set up.
yeah, and don't forget their point guard you now.
Oh, funny you should say that.
And I tweeted this out yesterday. Didn't get a whole lot of traction, but words used to mean things, and the continued degradation of the English language breaks my heart. Point guard you. How can you say that when the reigning NBA MVP, Finals MVP, NBA champ is a point guard from the University of Kentucky?
Ooh,
Words used to mean
oh,
things, man.
mm,
And I see all these little fans. I get it, man. They're just 2 years removed from winning 10 games, right? They just, but and I see them talking trash because this random social media account says they're going to be good this year. I get it, man. They've been down, but come on, man. Come on.
yeah,
They,
that's
we saw them get put out by Creighton in the tournament, man. We saw that.
who is on their Mount Rushmore of point guards. I mean,
Oh
if
wow. I mean, you got to have Dwan Wheat,
yeah, that's my first thought.
and he. I mean, he was really good. Like I don't, I'm not gonna take anything away from him. I think you would go Peyton Siva.
You know, and see,
Uh,
that's
I'm trying to think.
like LeBradford Smith. Was that a point guard for them?
Shooting guard, shooting
Shoot,
guard.
okay. See,
Yeah.
I'm trying to,
Uh,
I'm trying to help them, but
I would go back to Lancaster Gordon. My
see,
favorite player when I was a youth. When I was 6 or 7, I thought that dude was awesome. I got a signed baseball card. I would put on the show account. Still one of my favorite possessions ever. It was so freaking cool that I got that. But I mean, that's going back a
yeah.
little ways. Uh,
Cause see, Lancaster and LeBradford. That was I knew it was another L
yeah,
name. Just
but
weird.
point guards. See, Milt Wagner was a shooting guard.
See,
Um, I mean, Edgar Sosa. I don't know. Like, I don't know who you would put up there. Terry Rozier was not a point guard.
mm-hmm.
And I'm just saying, you can just look at the point guards that played for Cal, and they ain't got nobody that's touching Brandon Knight, Tyler Eulis, John Wall, right? SGA,
Yeah, D,
or
D,
Andrew Harrison.
D Fox.
Like, yeah, De'Aaron Fox. Like, they ain't got anybody that's touching Andrew Harrison. They ain't got
Right.
anybody's resume like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm. What about Oh shoot, was did Jerry Eves run the point?
Oh man, that's before. But yeah, I don't.
I mean, I know he played for them and was
Yeah,
but
and look, I grew up a Louisville fan. I look, I'm on the record for that. But yeah, no, it's not point guard you, and they
I
can
mean,
they can say it to rattle Kentucky fans, but come on, although some random person ranked all 300 and something Division One teams basketball, like all-time programs, uh, he had UCLA one and Kentucky two and UNC three. Which, look, I'm okay with. Kentucky is, I think it's number one, but it ain't lower than two.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime I see one of those rankings, I'm like, all right, if you want to put UCLA one, that's fine. If you want to put UNC one, I'm not rocking with it, but Kentucky's two. No worse than two.
Yo.
And so I'm fine with it. I don't really pay attention to below because I don't care.
Yeah.
But they also had Louisville at a seven, which I have Louisville in my top 10 as far as men's basketball. I've been very
Mm-hmm.
upfront. I've got Kentucky, Carolina, Duke, Kansas, UCLA in that order for my top five. Well, not necessarily in that order. I forget what, but that's my top five. And a lot of people want to fight over UCLA. Well, there's just Wooden, blah blah blah. But I'm like, Wooden was so great.
Yeah.
That run was so great that Kentucky and North Carolina, with multiple Hall of Fame coaches, can't catch it.
Yeah.
So you can't discount the team with more titles than anybody. Like you just simply can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to be on that list near the top.
Mm.
I
Yep.
just feel that way. And then you start looking at Carolina, Kentucky, Hall of Fame coaches, Hall of Fame players, been good since the black and white short days. We're good, you know, with no real drop off, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can
Yep.
probably count on both hands the number of bad seasons that Kentucky and North Carolina have had combined over the last 80.
Yeah.
We got our Billy
Yeah.
G, they got Matt Doherty, right? Like there's you
Mm-hmm.
got little dips,
Yeah.
but they bounce back, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
I think UCLA, Kentucky, North Carolina, that's your five. I mean that's your top three. However, whatever order, as long as Kentucky's two, whatever you want to do with the other ones, I'm cool with. I see the argument any kind of way.
And
Duke, I don't
got
know.
you got David Hibbert getting in the comments for the first time. What's up, David?
Well, he's been in here before, I think,
Has
for a
he?
while. But yeah,
Okay, my bad.
see, David, yeah, but
Yes, sir.
yeah, the fraudness being the fraudness. Yeah, like point guard, I get it. They want to rattle up Kentucky, but they ain't had nobody. Just the Cal point guards, and I'm not going back to Davender and to. They ain't got nobody as good
Yeah.
as Rajon Rondo.
Yeah.
They ain't got nobody as good as Cliff Hawkins. If we
Yeah.
keep it at 100,
Man.
yeah,
Um.
yeah,
Yeah. Like.
back in our day. But they ain't got anybody up there with Anthony Epps. Let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta call Anthony Epps Ed McMahon the way he was making millionaires off them
Yes.
kids.
Yeah. For real. For real.
Quarterback in those great squads,
Uh-huh.
95, 96, 97. They ain't got an
Yeah.
Anthony Epps
Yeah.
to do it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Some people forget the shot he hit against Arizona to send the game to overtime.
Yeah.
They ain't got nobody to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So
And see, I was thinking that too. You go back before us, you know, Dirk, Kyle
yeah,
Macy.
they ain't got that. Yeah.
I mean,
Kyle Macy, the backcourt mate of Michael Jordan during his
yeah.
rookie year.
I got oh shoot. Who was that? We talking about Epps, Macy. Even Roger Harden was solid, man.
Yeah.
With Bowie and Turpin and Kenny Walker and all those dudes, man.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
Man. I mean, and yours and my first thought was the one wheat, which was what 92, 91, 92 ish, somewhere along in there. Because
I think we were high school.
yeah, because
He's close to our age.
because my cousin, you met my uncle, my cousin's oldest son, my uncle's oldest son, my cousin Roderick. They went to Ballard with him,
Yep.
and I want to say Rod graduated in 92.
Yeah.
And I
So
think so. They had
maybe
3 or 4.
a couple years ahead of us.
Yeah, yeah.
But
And then you had to skip. You had to skip from him to Peyton Seaver. That's 15 years. Well, 12, 14 years between the two of them, right? And then after that, we was struggling, like racking our brain. We start racking our brains after those two.
I get it. The rivalry's back. I get it. They feeling good about themselves.
Because Russ Smith was combo guard. Was he? Did he
Yeah,
do the point?
more of a shooting guard,
Yeah,
and he can
yeah,
go get you buckets. And I'm not
yeah.
knocking, that
I'm just trying to help
2019
him
team
again. Just trying to help him.
was really good, but you, you can't talk crazy talk. Again, the defending MVP, Finals MVP, who put together one of the best seasons in NBA history, was a point guard at UK.
See,
So
this
him
is
to go to cover with Dickie Beal. That's what I'm
and
saying.
see.
Like,
I can't even. That's the
but if you want to,
Rogers, the first guy I remember. I can't remember. I'm too young for Dickey. I know he was a point guard before Harden, but I can't. But I definitely
but
agreed.
if you want to go person for person, like I said, just the Cal guys.
Yeah,
They ain't got nobody that's done again what Andrew Harrison did.
yeah. I mean,
But anyway,
ooh,
they beating them's gonna be really really sweet.
November the
11th.
11th.
Yeah.
Yeah, earliest since the first time they renewed it, or yeah, back was 33, 84 after the Dream game.
Yep.
Hadn't been that early, so yeah.
I just want an aesthetically pleasing game.
Hey, come on now.
You seasoned. You're not old, David. You
Yeah,
seasoned.
there
You
you go.
seasoned, man. That's because I started thinking about stuff that I was like, oh, that just happened not too long ago. Then it pops up and I'm like, oh, that retro news now that's like 35 years ago, and I'm like, I absolutely remember what I was doing 35 years ago.
Yeah.
Like today, I think it's like the 41st anniversary of Transformers debuting.
Mm,
Man, that was my show. I love me some Transformers.
yeah.
Transformers the movie. I'm still chasing that high. How I just remember specifically going to the movie theater to watch that movie.
Mm,
It's awesome. I'm a
mhm.
Transformers guy. Did you do Transformers?
I mean, I watched them. I didn't
I mean, I
like.
had I had the toys. I had everything, man.
Yeah. See, I had. You remember Mask? I had the Mask stuff. You remember
Oh yeah,
Rhino and
yeah,
Switchblade and all
yeah.
them do. I
I've been
had
watching
that was
Masks. Those shows are on YouTube.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been watching those Mask ones.
See, I had Rhino, the semi that came apart, and the
Yeah.
back of it was a fighter, and then you had the missile that launched out of the little lab after
Hmm.
at the cab and all that. I was more Masked than Transformers, but yeah,
Against Venom. I had
yeah,
Mask. I had Transformers. My thing was I would make the noise. See, on the TV show, they transform real quick.
yeah,
They'd be like, "Ew."
uh huh,
But when you had to do it yourself, you had to make the noise for as long. It was like, "Ew." They grab the speaker, "Ew, ew, ew,
yeah,
ew."
yeah,
And my dad would say, "What are you doing?
yeah. I'm ad libbing, Dad. I'm
That's
ad
enough."
libbing.
Ew, ew.
Your imagination was at work. They always told us to use our imagination. That's what you were doing.
And they never explain where the trailer went for Optimus Prime. Like, there's still some things that I'm
That's
just
yeah.
like. Now I look back, I'm like, oh yeah, this was just one great big toy commercial.
That's a valid. That was a valid question right there.
I just go back I watch old GI Joe, old Transformers, and like Mask, and I'm like, these plots, yeah, worse than nonsensical, worse than nonsensical.
Hey, it held you. You was captivated too. Captivated, glued to the TV with these nonsensical plots.
And He-Man, that was my
Yeah.
triumvirate. Like He-Man, boy, I had He-Man, I had Castle Grayskull, I
Uh,
had Snake Mountain, I had all that stuff. My mom,
absolutely.
this is how it is when you get kids, right? Like you probably remember the stuff that the boys played with, like the cartoons and stuff they watched, right? Like my mom can still rattle off He-Man, Man at Arms, Ram Man, Skeletor, Beast. Like she still knows. And here I am thinking about all the stuff that the girls did with the
Mm.
with the, the Barbies and all this kind of stuff. It's just whatever your kids are into, you kind of pick up and that sticks with you. Man. Anyway,
Yeah.
talk about old
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. Speaking of, you mentioned old stuff and what movies and stuff. We gotta go ahead and since you the movie guy, Robert Redford and that GIF. I didn't know that was him until I read your tweet. So
A lot of
I'm just
people,
saying.
and shout out to Robert Redford, who was a movie star, right?
Mm,
Like he's probably the last of the big. starting in the late 60s or whatever and everything. I just was shocked that not a lot of people knew that was him. A lot of people were like, is that Zach Galifianakis? And I'm like, that they're white guys with beards, uh, but it's just my whole point with that tweet was I think Gen X is the last generation to understand pop culture of previous generations. And
Mm,
somebody responded to that tweet, and it was basically like, yeah, because when we were growing up, there was most of the stuff on cable was a bunch of reruns and old movies. So we watched
mm,
a lot of stuff from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Like we were exposed to a lot of stuff. And
mm.
now with streaming and all that kind of stuff, you're more siloed than you used to be. But yeah, shout out to Robert Redford. Um, all his accolades, like I said, great actor from The Natural to one of my favorite films he was in is a film called Sneakers with him and Sidney Poitier and River Phoenix and Ben Kingsley. It's a great kind of spy movie, fantastic. If you haven't seen it, that's my movie recommendation of that. So
Mm.
uh, yeah, that tweet, I think it's 800 likes right now.
I
Last
mean,
post. Um, well, I knew I was in trouble because Jake Tapper of CNN retweeted it, and
oh, did he really?
yeah, and that kind of gets it out of my usual space. I almost tweeted. Uh, there was a listing of all the top high school football coach salaries in Georgia.
Oh
Some
boy.
coaches making $250,000 coaching high school football.
Uh-huh.
And if you remember when I did that super tweet about what's the library look like with that new Georgia thing, I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna get involved in that because that one ended up on the Barstool guys. They called me out. Some guy asked about the library. I'm like, that's me. I'm some guy. I thought it was a legitimate question. This person like, you must not be from the South. Yes, I am. I'm from the South. I understand how football works.
uh,
And then people are like, well, here's the library. My bad. I didn't know it was a private school or whatever. My
hey,
my, my bad. I thought
they,
it was a legitimate question. You
yeah,
got a $20 million football stadium. You better have a good library. That's
hey,
all I'm
and
saying.
they covered that base. They checked that box. So
Yeah. So
good
I
for
try
them.
not to get too much pushback on folks
Let's
uh, when it
see what just they going back to the retro toys. Original G.I. Joe, $6 million man, Evil Knievel dolls, and a motorcycle. Woo!
the one you could jump.
Ooh!
See, and that's the thing too
Ooh!
is I try to tell people, and I've done some research. I've looked a bunch of stuff on, but like there's that stuff with Gen X where they call us the least parented generation
Mm,
ever,
mm-hmm.
and that's because we had stuff like lawn darts. Our toys were metal. If you remember the first generation Light Bright,
Uh-huh.
where the that light bulb in there was like a 500-watt light bulb, and it would get hot. And if you knocked the light bulb on its side, it would melt the plastic. Like they didn't have to. They fixed all the safety stuff for the generations that came after us,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like for our
So
generation, we caught it, man.
we just had to survive.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, our guest is in the BS3 network backstage green room, and she is probably like, these old dudes, what in the world are they talking about? I have no clue what these guys are talking about. But she was the 2024-25 SEC Defensive Player of the Year. Also made the All Defensive Team, All SEC Second Team, the Lisa Leslie Center of the Year Top 10 finalist, and the Ann Myers Drysdale National Player of the Week. Averaged 15.4 points, 9.7 rebounds, 2+ steals, and 2+ blocks in her first year in Lexington, first year in the SEC. BBN is happy to have her, and we're happy to have her on right now. We're talking about Clara Strack. Clara, welcome to our podcast. How you doing this evening?
I'm good. How are you?
Can't complain. Can't complain. Appreciate you taking the time to hop on with two dudes that you don't know, and you still was like, okay, I'll hop on with them anyway. We appreciate you.
Of course.
So, how was adjusting to Lexington? This your first year coming over from Virginia Tech. Did it go smooth for you? Did how was Kentucky for you? How was Lexington? How was that whole adjustment period for you?
I think it's pretty good. I mean, I enjoy it here a lot. So I think Coach Brooks and everyone there made the adjustment a lot easier too. So that was helpful.
Good deal. Good deal. And TB, man, I know you got jump in anytime you want to as well, man.
Well, my question is, your number 13. Is there any significance for number 13?
Not really. They just kind of gave it to me when I was a sophomore or freshman in high school, and then my mom told me that that was her number, so I just stuck with it.
Awesome.
So you're not superstitious or anything. You don't even.
No, not really.
I got you. Good stuff. Good stuff. Um, so on the court, you're familiar with Coach Brooks, already
Yeah.
playing for him at Virginia Tech. When you decide to follow him to Kentucky, did the season go about like you thought it would as far as you personally and what you were able to do? You're like, yeah, I did what I thought I would do.
Yeah, I think for the most part, I think there wasn't like too much that you could expect because I think it was so new for everyone. But I think that um, we honestly exceeded expectations of a lot of people. So I think that was pretty cool. And then personally, I think I exceeded a little bit more than I thought. Um, but I think, like I said, there's just you didn't really know what to expect coming over here.
Yeah. The ACC versus the SEC, is it a big difference in the leagues from what you could tell or not?
I want to say yes, but I did not play it nearly as much in the ACC as I did the SEC. So I wasn't like playing as long stretches. So it felt different. But I do think there's a difference. The SEC is like a powerhouse. So you just
Yeah.
back to back to back. You never have a rest with who you're playing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you South Carolina, Tennessee, LSU. You went through the whole gauntlet. Alabama at home last year, they were ranked. Oklahoma, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. We had like four in a row, I think, that were top like 15 teams for a stretch.
Are you a big talker on the court? I mean, you block all these shots and you do all this stuff. Are you, you let them know about it, or you just kind of let your game speak? How's it work?
I wish I could say yes, but no, not really. People try to tell me to, but I don't really say anything.
It's just all business. Block your shot and keep it moving.
So, did you start playing basketball as a young little bitty girl? Did you get into it later? What age did you start hooping?
I was pretty young. I want to say I was like 4 or 5 years old when I first started like doing like camps and stuff like that. And then I just stuck with it. Yeah.
When did you realize, hey, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good.
I want to say like my end of my freshman year of high school. I think I got like my first offer, and it like really like opened up to me. I was like, wow, I can really like do something with this here.
Wow. So you were at it for like 10 years. Like a lot of kids might have just, from 5 to freshman year, might have been like, I don't want to. But hey, props to you for continuing on.
Yeah, I played a lot of different sports, so I didn't really focus at that point yet on just basketball.
You think people should branch out before you focus, play a bunch of different stuff, and then kind of figure it out, but don't specialize too soon?
Personally, I think that helped me a lot, like with different things. Like I think it just gives you more of like a balance in life because I feel like if you stick with one thing, you might get tired of it, like you said. And then it also just helps you in different categories of like athleticism and stuff.
So what are other sports that you played in addition to basketball?
Softball was like my second top sport, and then I played volleyball and soccer in high school.
So you got the footwork down with the soccer.
Yeah, it makes everything.
And we see you on the block. You do a lot of those like Dirk Nowitzki 1 foot fadeaways. Is that did you do that before college? Did you have that in your bag in high school? When did you get that?
No, Coach Brooks, that was like one of the first, like I want to say like my first individual workout at Virginia Tech. We started working on that. I mean, in high school, I watched Liz Kitley play with Virginia Tech, and I was like, wow, I wish I could do that. I tried, but they usually called me for some sort of violation when I tried to do it um, in high school. But that was like first workout. We started doing that, and then ever since we just ran with it. So
That's cool. That's
yeah.
cool. That go ahead, TV.
No, I was just going to ask Claire, what are you looking forward to for this upcoming season, individually as a team? Because I feel that there's a lot of momentum from last year moving forward. I know Georgia is gone, but a lot of young ladies are coming back. So, what are you all looking for this year's team?
Yeah, I mean, I think individually just growing on and like progressing with what I did last year. And then as a team, like I think we're probably being underestimated again because I mean we did lose Georgia, we had big losses, and then I mean the SEC is just getting stronger and stronger around us. So I think we're probably being underestimated a little bit, but that's fine. I think we were same thing happened last year. Um, so just really proving again like who we are and that we can like come in here and we can win games and hang with the top teams in the SEC.
Absolutely. But y'all did that and then some for sure. So it's gonna be hard to sneak up on people now because
Yeah,
they, you know,
they know.
Especially going into historic Memorial Coliseum.
Yeah.
What's the home court advantage like? Did you feel the fans last year? I know the crowds got a little raucous and everything. How was that as a player?
Yeah, I think can definitely feel it in there. I mean, it's not like huge, so it's like you can really hear it, like the noise really makes an impact, I think. And especially as we got through like our SEC schedule, like the way the fans showed out was kind of amazing. So it really did give us an advantage there.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, we talk about the your game is complete, but we talk about the blocking shots and TV's got stuff to ask you about that too. But as you were continuing to block all these shots, did you notice teams attacking you differently? Were people still trying to challenge you when they shouldn't have? What did you see?
I don't think it really changed. I mean, not that I noticed maybe, but I think something about me is like I don't Coach Brooks always tells me sometimes you just gotta let them have it. But like something in my brain just like doesn't let me do that. So I don't think they always expect me to go for the things I go for to try not get in foul trouble, things like that. But I mean, I don't think I really noticed changes too much.
That's cool. Oh, let's see. Because like I'm a short guy, so I would have been trying to do the floaters or the step backs or double pumping and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. But as far as all that goes, um, I had another question about it too. How do you like you said you just said yourself? A lot of people don't think you, or even the coaches don't think you're going to go after shots that you do.
Yeah.
Is it hard to balance that aggression and staying out of foul trouble? Have you found that?
Definitely hard. We're still working on that right now. um, we've been watching film on that, trying to teach me when to go, when not to go. So I do find it hard because sometimes it's just an instinct. But I think that I'm getting better at trying to find that balance between just like living to Coach Brooks says, live to see another play on the court. So that's what I'm trying to do right now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's it. You should just pick your spots a little bit. And do you notice? This is what I want to ask you. Have you noticed maybe since you're a shot blocker? Do you notice like sometimes you maybe just alter a shot, or you might just change how they shoot and they'll still miss it, even though you don't block it? Is that a win for you? Or are you still like, man, I wish I had gotten the block?
Oh, that's another thing Coach Brooks is trying to teach me, that that's also a win. Just being in the way can be a win if they miss the shot. But in my head, I just want to like hit it. But
Well, you did play volleyball, so you got
yeah,
it.
a little bit.
So yeah, we talked about Georgia. Terry, you mentioned Georgia, and both of y'all talked about how she's not going to be there this year, and of course you were with her at Virginia Tech. So everything she did last year at Kentucky, I mean, did anything she did even surprise you? Or were you like, oh, that's just Georgia doing what Georgia does?
I think throughout 2 years of being with her, I got to the point where I didn't even get surprised anymore because every single day, not even in games, but in practice, she'd pull something out that everyone would just have to like appreciate for a second because it was like, I don't even know how you managed to do that. But yeah, I would say you just have to, like, you get to the point where you can't even be surprised anymore at the things she's doing.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now, maybe you know, maybe it's a guess, maybe you had no idea at all, but how many shots of hers did you block in practice? I'm just
Georgia's,
yeah.
like, max probably 2.
Okay.
She's tough. It's hard to read.
She's real crafty and
Yeah.
just yeah. Yeah. So I was just but hey, you remember those two though. You got her
Do
twice.
it.
Did you say anything to her?
No,
Or just
definitely not.
you just filed it away in the memory and you just
Yeah, because she'd come right back at me with something.
that is awesome. Now you're born and raised in Buffalo, is that correct, Claire?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, is it Buffalo or one of my roommates was from Buffalo, but it was North Tonawanda, is specifically where he was from.
Yeah, I'm from Hamburg. It's like North Town is North Towns, obviously. I'm from the South Towns, but
Gotcha.
Cool.
See, I knew a little geography there, Vinny.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Props. So are you a Bills fan like everybody is up there? Is that
yes,
you ride or die with the Bills?
I do. Yeah, you have to be.
So like Bills Mafia, you jump into the tables and all that too when you
I've never jumped on a table, but I've witnessed it a lot.
Are you out there shoveling the stadium when the snow comes in?
No, I've never done that either, but
well, they have a squad, right? These past few years, I mean, they haven't won it all, but they're in the mix
yeah,
every year. And I mean, you guys got to be proud of them for that, and off to a good start this year. And I
sure.
mean, this might be the year. I don't know, but
Hopefully.
the I think BBN might have adopted your Bills because you got Deion Walker, Maxwell Hairston, Ray Davis.
Yep.
We saw the picture of you guys up there at training camp, and
Yeah.
so are you proud to see some BBN up there on your team, some guys from UK?
Yeah, I think that was super cool. That whole like opportunity for all that. I think just the connection is kind of crazy because Buffalo's not like a big, well-known place. So I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah. The like Kentucky, everybody knows, Kentucky basketball, Kentucky Derby, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Those are like the things people not from here think of. So like for me, it's I think Buffalo Wings, the Buffalo Bills,
Yeah.
like stuff like that. So is there a place that you have to go for wings? Is there a place that you're like, this is a spot? I don't care what anybody else says in town. This is where you have to go to get Buffalo Wings.
Yes, Barbell. Barbell. Yeah, that's like the most elite wings that you can get.
Okay. All right. See, I'm filing that away. I've never been to your city, but if I do, that's
Too. Yes, Barbell.
okay. Like all the and is there other touristy spots or stuff you got to do when like if you're not from Buffalo, you got to do this, you got to go see this?
I mean, there's always Niagara Falls.
Mm.
Other than that, just if it's a season, a Bills game, they're like no other.
Okay.
The atmosphere there is crazy. So
That's awesome.
experience.
Now in the summertime in Buffalo, is everybody like going to Lake Erie? Is there like people getting their boats out on the lake and stuff like that? Really? Yeah. That's cool. That is pretty cool. I think I asked all the questions, man. TB, you got some stuff too for Claire?
We covered it. We thank you so much for your time. We know
Yes,
you have
ma'am.
stuff to do, but we certainly appreciate you coming on, Claire. We're obviously gonna root you young ladies on this upcoming season, and I like to think that nobody does basketball quite like we do in the state of Kentucky. So we appreciate you representing the BBN out there.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for having me.
We certainly
Yes.
appreciate it.
Thank you again, Claire. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
All the best. Yeah. Oh, somebody said you sound a little bit soft, Aaron. Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh,
maybe did I have the mic too
oh,
far
there
ahead?
we go.
Am I better now? That's my
Oh,
fault. Thank you, Aaron.
how's that, Aaron?
Yeah, let me
Because I
know if
got
that's better.
these. Mine's probably I got the headphones on, so I hear
Yeah,
stuff good anyway.
yeah,
So
no
I
problem.
appreciate that, Aaron.
Yeah,
But
I'm sorry about that, but yeah, Buffalo. One of my roommates there when I was at UK was from North Tonawanda, and he
North
was a Bills
Tomlin.
fan. He was there. I wish I could get him on to talk about. He was there at the comeback versus the Oilers,
Oh my goodness.
and so him and his dad and his brother went to that game, and he's like, his dad had saved up. They were going to this playoff game. I think it was a wild card game. And he's like, their seats were at the top of, I think it was Rich Stadium, if I'm not, if that's what it was way back
I,
when.
yeah.
He said, but what happened is people left, right? And
Uh,
so they were at the top and they just moved down. He's like, if you watch the highlights, you can see when the comeback starts, it looks empty at the lower level. But as the game goes on, people move down. He said, but the biggest issue, people were trying to get back into the stadium, and they weren't letting them back in, right? It's like,
oh man.
and so he tells it, it's fantastic. But yeah, Buffalo, he was just basically because he was there obviously when they went to the four straight Super Bowls. He's like, by the time the fourth one rolled around and America was tired of the Bills, he's like, we're back at it, you know. Obviously losing a couple times to your Cowboys, but yeah, North Tonawanda. I've been there to
Oh,
Buffalo,
cool,
but
cool,
it was the summer of '97, '8, something like that. So,
cool.
and it was cold, man.
In the summer, it was cold. Dang.
Yeah, you remember? Was that '98? We got that 2 feet of snow in Lexington. Remember, we got that
I think
big
so.
snow like in January, and everything shut down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, if you also remember the Kroger on Euclid, they made a big deal of digging out so the beer trucks could come, right? And so we were sitting there, and Mikey said, "Man, let's go to Kroger." We were at the name of the apartments there on Red Mile. I can't even think of the name of it. Anyway,
oh.
he was like, "We need to go on over." I said, "Man, we can't go anywhere in 2 feet of snow." He's like, "Man, I'm from Buffalo, New York." He's like, 2 feet of snow ain't nothing. So we dug out his little Saturn, and it was nothing but like plow trucks and big trucks. And we were on his Saturn, and he's just like, "Hey guys, if we just this and go over snow drifts." He's like, "Man, because Buffalo snow is measured in feet,
Yeah.
right?" He's
True.
like, "No, no, snow is when you have to dig out your front door, or you have to go out your second story window."
Man.
He's like, "The snow is different." And so yeah, we went to Niagara Falls. We went into Canada.
Mm.
I'm going to save some of that stuff because I don't know how extradition works and everything like that. We had a little too much fun, and we got stopped by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. And you fellas, won't you all basically? We were politely asked to go back across the border. Yeah, fun times. But anyway, yes, I've been to North Tonawanda,
That's
a
awesome.
suburb of Buffalo, New York. The Goo Goo Dolls are from Buffalo, New York. If you
Mm.
the song "Iris" from the
Yeah.
City of
Yeah.
Angels soundtrack.
Yeah.
Because I'd give up forever to see you, blah 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 blah. So
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo's got some other stuff from Buffalo as well. Mikey was all about Buffalo.
See, I wasn't gonna ask her about the four Super Bowls. I mean, that happened before she was born, and
Right,
I know she knows the history, but I wasn't gonna ask
right,
her about that.
right.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think Christian Leighton is from Buffalo or Rochester, somewhere in Western New York. I wasn't gonna
Yeah,
mention him either,
yeah,
but I part of me, because she probably heard about him being a hooper, and he's from her city, and
yeah.
I thought about that, but I was like, nah,
Yeah.
just
But
nah.
but glad to have Clara on. It's fantastic. Very excited about the team. She's on the advertisement for Big Blue Madness. Her and Ortega Oway, and
Yeah.
so we are going to get the Final Four double double. We're going to do what UConn did before. We're going to get both teams in the Final Four. We got close. Was that 20? One of those years when Cal went to the Final Four, Matthew
Hmm.
Mitchell got the team to the Elite Eight,
Yeah.
and it was
Uh-huh.
close. We're going to get it. I think we're going to have Coach Brooks and Coach Pope are going to get uh, their respective teams to the Final Four. I think they're that good. It's like anything else. The SEC is top for all the snarky stuff for college football. The SEC head-to-head is like 10-2 against other power conference teams in football this year. So people can be snarky. It's been a couple years since the SEC team has won a championship, and now it's what's wrong with the SEC? 2 years without winning, and now all of a sudden it's what's wrong with the SEC? Nothing.
Yeah.
You know, Georgia's going to be Georgia. I don't know about Tennessee, or not Tennessee, but Texas.
Oh yeah. Long as Arch still throwing like Phillip Rivers, I don't.
Like, and that's the thing. I know we didn't talk about this, but all the people that said Arch was generational, I'm like, I ain't see that man do anything generational. Like, for my money, again, words mean things. When somebody says generational, what that means is a layperson should be able to tell you that's different. A layperson, right?
Yeah.
Like when we first saw Michael Vick get on the field, oh, okay,
yeah,
right. When we saw Bo Jackson, right? When we saw Reggie Bush, right? Lamar Jackson, like there's just stuff like, oh, okay, I see, okay, that's different, right? But that dude couldn't beat out Quinn Ewers. The 7th round pick, Quinn Ewers, couldn't beat him out.
Steve Spurrier said it.
Like that's my whole thing. You tell me generational. Randy Moss generational, right?
Yeah.
Cam Newton generational.
Yeah.
As soon as those dudes step on the field, right? I ain't see that from Arch Manning. Is he a pretty good quarterback? Yeah, I guess. But I'm not buying into hype.
Yeah. Oh.
So
yeah, and just
Tennessee losing to Georgia, that always is good for my soul.
They thought this was the year, you know. And to be fair, we've had years where we thought this was the year to beat Tennessee.
Yeah.
And they got their little streak. I think Georgia beat them. I think since 2016 they haven't won, and it took a Hail Mary that year and Butch Jones falling down thanking God on the field, like, oh, you know, he literally about had a meltdown after that. But they haven't, and they went up 21-7, and supposedly this year Georgia's offense isn't great, and the quarterback is unproven, and all that is true. So I'm like, oh, if they go up 21-7, they might have it this year. And like you say, they rarely came to pass. They did not.
Georgia's doing that thing like Alabama used to do, where it's like, bring me the body. Like, yeah, I call Alabama Michael Myers. Like, bring me the body. Like, under Nick Saban, it was like everybody kept writing them off. Like, the one dude, I can't remember who it was, said after Saban's first one, like, we're through with Alabama. Now, bring me the body. I need to see the body because I don't believe it. So Georgia looks bad in the first quarter and then just blows your doors off with being physical the rest of the way. That's the way it is, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Watching a bunch of teams, I don't know that there's a great team out there.
Yeah.
This is one of those years where it looks like there's a lot of really good teams, but there's no. That's the one downside to all the player movement. I don't know who to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Arch Manning's got the name, but who am I watching?
Yeah.
Like, what receiver am I supposed to keep an eye on? What quarterback is out there that's dealing? I don't know. And it's different because you used to have that where you knew, oh, okay, Tebow's coming back. Okay, they're going to be, it's different. And so it'll probably be almost November before the Heisman picture comes into being, because I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Let's get I guess that one Ohio State still got the Jeremiah Smith receiver. I guess he's supposed to be a man-child, and Alabama got Ryan Williams, who's like 15, and out here just killing these DBs.
Yeah.
But and I haven't seen Oregon at all. I know they're top 5 and supposed to be, and they're in the Big Ten. So when they come east, I guess I watch them play Penn State or
Well,
whoever's in
they beat up on Oklahoma State.
Mike Gundy.
Mike Gundy gonna fix his face to talk about the money going into Oregon. It's like my brother, T. Boone Pickens.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like Oklahoma State's not out here begging Brett. T. Boone Pickens. You got your own billionaire on the roster. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
You a man, you 60 at this point or whatever he is now. But come on, man. That's why Oregon beat him up. I watched Oregon, a little bit of the Oregon Northwestern game, but it's Northwestern.
Yeah.
So what's your takeaway from Northwestern? Although they do have a temporary football field right there on Lake Michigan.
Oh, okay.
While they're doing something to their regular stadium.
So the Vandy of the Big Ten basically is what they are.
Yes.
And Oregon beat Oklahoma State like they was, the cupcake bye game,
Yes.
Like it was, you beat them like it was Portland State instead
Barry
of.
Sanders ain't walking through that door, Mike Gundy.
Man, just that's
Mike Gundy
60.
was the quarterback for that Barry Sanders year.
Yeah.
So he made all he did. I could have played quarterback and handed to Barry Sanders and Thurman Thomas for 2 seasons. I need to go back and look at his passes statistics because it's like, why are you throwing a forward pass?
Yeah.
When you got Barry Sanders rushing for 2,500 yards and 30 touchdowns.
That's right. It's like
Y'all
every
shouldn't
time
be passing at all.
every time we had Roger Harden on here, Joe B. Hall was like, throw the ball down to Bowie and Turpin. The point guards didn't shoot.
No.
You bring the ball up and feed the post.
That's right. That's right. Just feed the post, man. Like, don't overcomplicate this thing.
If you ain't wide open, don't even look at the rim, Roger. That's basically.
I need to check Mike Gundy's stats because if he threw more than 10 passes in the game, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like his junior year was with Thurman Thomas and Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
And then his senior year with Barry Sanders. It's like, come on, man. So there's nobody jumping off. I mean, Oregon looked good, but again, it was Northwestern. So, and I'm not really sold on Oregon as a staff label or a crew. They look good with their uniforms, but all that, not much hardware. So I don't know who to look at. Alabama's not Alabama. They're going to get the board out of there.
Yeah.
They won't fire him because Alabama doesn't fire, but they make you want to leave. Like, everybody that left Alabama, it wasn't a firing because they ain't paying that money. It was, we're going to make it so you want to leave. Like, we're going to turn off the AC in your office. Like you're not going to get your company car. Like, you can't get no oil changes on your car. Like, we're going to make it so you want to leave. Now, keep in mind, Bill Curry, before he came to Kentucky, finished like 9-3.
Yeah.
But he had 3 straight losses to Auburn, and he got a brick through his window. Where it's like, we're not going to fire you, but you probably should be moving on. Like, they didn't fire any of those guys. Dennis Francione, Mike Price. Well, Mike Price didn't even coach a game.
That's right.
But Shula, all those guys between Gene Stallings and Saban, they didn't fire those dudes, but it was like, you got to get up out of here. Dennis Francione, he found, like, he went to TCU. That's right. That's right. Get out of here. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a got to. You got to get out of here. It's just taking a job to get out. It was very much like Tubby going to Minnesota.
No.
So I have a feeling that Kalen DeBoer's folks are going to find him a place to land because that's what the job is. Bomani's been saying it forever. I've been saying it forever. The Alabama football job is the toughest job in America. You either win or they make it so you have to leave. There's no in between. And they demand a championship every single year. They don't care you went 9-3. If you didn't win the championship, you got to at least beat Auburn.
Yeah.
And Bill Curry, 3 straight losses to Auburn. It's got to go, man. Like, you can't come back
Mm,
up in here.
mm. And Alabama and Georgia are both off this week because Alabama goes to Athens on the 27th. We.
Yeah, Kentucky's off this week.
Ooh.
Hey, I got to see
Yeah.
both of my teams. I've adopted Iowa as my adopted team since I'm here. The missus and I went to the Iowa game this past weekend. We did the wave to the kids, which is fantastic. They got a kid captain that comes out, and it's a great tradition. Everybody stops and waves.
Mm.
Opposing players, the officials
Wow.
line up there at midfield. Everybody waves,
Mm.
and it's great because you can see the kids. They put them at the window. They waving back to you, and it's the song's playing. This week's song was "Lean on Me," Bill Withers.
Mm.
It's a great moment. Uh, but Iowa put up 47 points. Kentucky put up 40-something points. I was hoping
Yeah.
they would combine for 30 because the way
That's
the
right.
way my team's offenses usually work is
Uh-huh.
I ain't seeing no offense.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
that's true.
Iowa playing UMass, which I didn't realize had a basketball or football team.
Mm.
In Kentucky, was able to get some offense together.
Yeah. Yeah. So almost combined for 100 points.
That's
Yeah.
right. I was shocked and or amazed at
Yeah.
at that.
Went,
But
went
hey,
way.
I tell you what though, I do miss covering the games because I was sitting out with the general public. And it was hot.
Oh, at the hour game?
Yeah, man, it gets hot out there.
Oh,
No,
I thought you had a suite deal.
no. We had VIP tailgate, but we had regular
Oh,
seats
okay.
that the wife wanted her work at a raffle. That's why
Okay.
we went because it's like, well, the thing is, Iowa City's about 2 hours away. But the thing is, you have to go to the early games.
Hmm.
You can't go to the November games. No, no,
Uh,
because those November games, no sir, no sir. Because I've had people, hey, you want? Nope, I'm not going. Because Nebraska's the last game of the year. It's the battle
oh,
for the corn trophy or whatever. And hey, you want to come watch Iowa and fake Patrick Mahomes? Nah, I'm good, man. Because that wind will cut through you. Like I told you when you went to Green Bay, man. It's that wind
yeah,
up here in the Midwest, man.
yeah, yeah. And I was early November. It wasn't stupid cold yet.
Yeah,
It was. I was still layered up. I
yeah.
mean, beyond belief, but
As sun
it
go
was.
down, the wind come out. It's like, woo, buddy. No, sir. No, sir.
Yeah,
No,
it
sir. But
is.
Iowa City is nice. It's a nice place, nice layout. Uh, I did like that the marching band came out and they held up a big Caitlin Clark jersey. I'm like, oh yeah, they don't want you to forget that she went to the University of Iowa. She's got murals and stuff
Oh man.
all over
Oh,
the city.
there you go.
We went to one of her favorite diner spots on Sunday before we came back, and that was great. Place that she frequents, and
Mm.
Iowa's got a pretty good thing going on, man. Like I tell people all the time, I know people don't think about it, but fourth most NFL players,
Mm.
Iowa. Of course, you got George Kittle and all those folks. It's a nice little place.
Yeah, that's all right.
Went to a shoe place, got me some new Kobe's, got me the Kobe 8s,
Mm.
the black ones, the debut when the Lakers debuted their Showtime Nights black jerseys, way back when. So I'm becoming a shoe head,
Okay.
becoming a sneaker
Yeah.
head. So I got
There you go.
6 of the Kobe's.
Mm.
So
Uh-huh. Yeah, you. This officially makes you a sneakerhead now. Yo.
yeah, man, I keep wanting to get the Grinches, but those stay at about the 450, and I'm like, I can't put that on shoes, man. Like 200 is my limit, right?
Yeah.
That's as
Uh-huh.
comfortable as I'm with. And even then, I'm like, I don't know, because for Christmas last year, I got the Olympic Kobe 4s, and that was a little bit more than 200, but that was for Christmas.
Uh-huh.
So I ain't one of these guys, but I wear my stuff.
Uh-huh.
Like I'm not one of these people to put my shoes up and not wear them. Like I'm gonna wear them. Like
Yeah.
that's my thing. When I got my hats, I wear them. I don't wear them as much anymore,
Yeah.
but I do wear all my. I have worn them. Like I don't usually wear. There's some I don't wear. Like I don't wear Cincinnati. I ain't wearing a Reds hat. That's my grass cutting hat. It's in the garage now. It's not even in the.
It's there's levels to this, and that's where the Reds hat lives. You
Yeah,
know, you
yeah.
gotta, you
Because I haven't got a new baseball cap in. Oh God, it's been forever. Because
yeah,
once I got them all, but I'm like, I don't. Do I really need five like Diamondbacks hats? No, I don't. Like, I don't need to get a new one every time. Like, because I just realized the Marlins got a new cap,
mm,
new uniforms for this year. I ain't
ain't no,
getting that. Why do I? I don't need like 8 different versions of the Marlins. Like,
yeah,
nobody
yeah,
in Florida's got that many. So
no,
there haven't been too many that I need to replace.
and
But my
I don't even recognize the Mariners. You know, when they wear that whatever they wearing now, it's like some yellow and it's the
yes,
Mariners we
yes,
with
yeah,
the Griffey and Jay
I,
Buhner and all them, but the Mariners now, and I'm like, oh, because that's the Mariners. Kind of like when sometimes NBA will do that. You're like, oh, the Bucks are wearing fuchsia and purple.
I,
Oh, okay,
I yeah, I hate all that, man. Because
but
that's my old man complaint. NBA's got too many jerseys. I don't know who I'm watching half the time.
yeah,
Like, what is this? Like, the Spurs are in red, the Bulls are in teal. What are we
yeah,
doing here, man?
yeah,
That's my old man rant of the day. Uh, so I don't have any of those City Connect
yeah,
caps. Like, I don't do the Father's Day, Mother's Day with no. I don't do any of that.
yeah.
I'm happy with that. I got uh, you know I forgot what I was going to say. Now I do have a lot of A's hats for some reason, but
Mm, hmm.
and
And that
obviously
was
I got a lot of Tampa Bay hats.
absolutely
Got
yeah.
got got a
That's
lot of my friends used to call me, hey, call Crawford, and because I had so much. So yeah, I got
yeah,
plenty of Devil Rays
yeah.
stuff. Well,
They,
Rays now.
they
Start
had a
thinking myself
squad
old.
back then.
Yeah.
They had a squad back then, bitch.
People
Went
forget they
to
went to the World Series. They're on my list
yeah.
of teams you forget played for a World Series, and
Hmm.
the Rockies too.
Yeah, I think I saw them the year before they went to the World Series. Me and Dad went to Boston. That's the year we took that Boston trip and went to Fenway, and they caught 2 games against Tampa Bay, and Crawford and Carlos Pena playing
Yeah.
first base, and he still hit the most impressive home run I saw in person. Because like Papelbon was that dude
Yep.
as a closer for a minute. Papelbon come out trying to close the game, and Carlos Pena turned that gas right around and yanked it out of there. And I was like, ooh, okay. And he recovered and he got to save, and Red Sox win and Sweet Caroline and clam chowder for everybody and all that.
Hey,
But
chowder.
Carlos Pena turned on that gas, and I was like, oh, okay, okay.
I, I tell you, the funniest thing wearing different caps is you have different conversations. Like
Mm,
sometimes when I was matching my caps to my thing, right? My whole thing is because if you remember, late '90s, early 2000s, people had red Yankees caps and they had green Cubs caps. I wear everything I got. They wore on the field, right? That was my rule. But I would just grab a hat, and I'm not thinking, and people would start having conversations. And I tell you, the hat I wear the most to get the most conversation is the 1998 San Diego Padres, the Tony Gwynn era, when they went to the World Series.
mm-hmm.
Because almost without fail, I wear it around. Somebody will say something. Hey, Tony Gwynn was a heck of a hitter. Like, without fail.
Yeah.
When I wear my Yankees cap, the worst person at the bar, you're like, hey, that guy's a loudmouth. Yeah, Yankees. So that's always that's always a sign. Cubs fans love to be miserable. Uh, uh,
It's just in
not
their
so
blood.
not so much with Braves fans. Like I wear my Braves every now and then. The one I wear the most of the Braves is the Aaron
Oh yeah, yeah,
era
yeah,
Braves.
yeah.
I've got that one,
Uh huh.
the '74
Mm-hmm.
Braves hat.
Like the
So
little lowercase a.
the lowercase a, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh huh.
I should get a new Cleveland one. I've only got one Cleveland one. It's just the Chief Wahoo, and I'm like, yeah, that's outdated because I'm probably not going to wear that one. So I just need to get the Cleveland with the C. I just
Oh,
haven't got around to it, and
distinct.
everything.
Uh huh. Yeah.
But I've got a lot of Padres. Yeah, I've got 4 Padres. because I got the Padres when they went back to brown.
Mm-hmm.
When they went back to the brown jerseys and they had a big rollout,
Mm-hmm.
where Brown is back. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I can get with that. I can get with that.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Absolutely. You mentioned Cincinnati, and poor Bengals fans. Your boy Joe Cool is
My boy,
out
who?
for. Your boy Joe Cool is out for 3 months.
Okay. I done told you, words mean things. All right. I
Uh,
know he's Joe Burrow and all this kind of stuff, but
uh,
I only recognize one Joe Cool who
yeah.
was 4-0 in the Super Bowl, never threw interception,
Mm.
and who signed that football right
Oh,
there.
yes, he did.
That's the
Yes,
only
he
Joe
did.
Cool I recognize. Uh, that look, man. The thing is, we assume that it's like the Dan Marino thing. You assume you get to the Super Bowl as a young quarterback, young team, you think you can get back,
Yeah.
and that's where I am as a Niners fan with Purdy. I
Mm.
think I told you at the beginning of this year, a couple of shows back, like the window may be closed. Like there was that stretch where I'm like, I'm not worried about anybody in the NFC
Yeah.
because we beat everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago on the way to the Super Bowl, we beat every playoff team. You know, so I wasn't worried. But now I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're 2-0, and I'll take it,
Uh-huh.
right? But I got to depend on Mac Jones until Purdy gets back.
Mm.
That doesn't sound like a long term uh, successful plan right there. Please help me, Mac Jones. You're my only hope. Oh
Uh,
man. So you assume that it's going to be set up for long term success, but that's what makes what Kansas City has done so ridiculous.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Championship game or better since Mahomes became the starter.
Yeah.
But that looks like it's going to change because that team's not very good.
Mm-hmm. First
Travis
time.
Kelsey is old,
Yeah.
and they got a bunch of dudes that I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, he catches that. They probably. I mean, maybe they win the game. They're at least gonna be up. There's a field goal, maybe a 17-10. Hit him right in the hands. Right in the hands.
That
And
that's that drop off, right?
woo,
And so,
going
the
the other
Eagles
way.
look good,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't,
but I'm no Eagles fan.
I mean, and you know how I feel about
The world
giving
ain't
them
been
any
the
kind of
same.
credit.
World ain't been the same since the Eagles won that first Super Bowl with Carson Wentz. Ain't been the same, right?
Yeah.
Or Nick
Uh,
Foles, I should say. Uh,
that's yeah.
but
Yeah.
like my Niners, we're 2-0. I'm happy. Like I always say, if your team winning doesn't bring you any joy, uh, so I'll take it. We got
Uh-huh.
Arizona this upcoming week,
Oh, division game. Uh-huh.
and Arizona. The games are always weird. Like every game against Arizona, like we'll win, but I'm like it's always like 23-12 or some weird score. It's always a weird game. And Kyler Murray does something real weird.
He just
Stuff like that.
yeah. Uh, yeah. That's no other way to sum it up. Yeah, he's
And that tweet of Kyler Murray, somebody said he runs like he does like a little kid that took somebody's cell phone, and they're like, "Give it back!" And that's the way he runs, and I can't unsee that. So, but we got a game up on Seattle. They
yeah.
won game one,
Mm-hmm.
and so just keep plugging on. I am encouraged by the defense. The defense is much better. We got some help from Bosa on the line, and the linebackers are playing very well. Fred's still playing at a high level.
Yeah.
Lenore is a cornerback, kind of shutting off the water for the other team's best receiver. So it may be a defensive thing. The way the 49ers get it done. But the offense, CMC is kind of sort of looking like he's back. Pearsall appears to be wide receiver one till Ayuk gets back and gets going. Jennings is coming on slow. Of course, Kittle is out. So
Yeah.
but we'll see. I'm gonna keep watching.
Mm-hmm.
What else am I gonna do?
That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's what we do, man. That's what we do. Uh, my Cowboys, at Chicago. So, Eberflus, the defense coordinator, gets a homecoming where he used to be the head coach. So we'll see if we can keep Caleb Williams in check. And we don't have a pass rush. Went out and signed David Clowney. That lets you know that they still looking for a little more pressure from anybody
It,
to get to the quarterback.
and that Clowney hit was like 15 years ago in that bowl game.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it was a long time ago. Like, oh man,
Uh,
talk about time moving on. But
they was interviewing him because he hasn't, the pro career hadn't been probably what everybody thought with the hype
yeah,
coming out of South Carolina.
yeah,
But they interviewed him. Matter of fact, it was Nicole Hutchinson, who was with the Cowboys. Now she used to be in Lexington at Fox 56, where that guy Mitch Brown, and but she's down there with the Cowboys now. And he said, "I'm with my seventh team now. I'm with 17," and he was going on about the facility, and he said, "This is classy and how good it is. Nobody else has been like this." And basically said everybody was spoiled. He already, called all his teammates spoiled just as soon as he got there. But hopefully he can make an impact. He's, like you said, he's 32 years old now and been around the league for a minute. And see if he got a sack or two left
yeah.
to help the defense out. We'll see.
I mean, I'm not rooting for you, Cowboys. I'm not going to
Well,
be
you
that
know,
disingenuous
yes, sir.
and say I just enjoy watching all the drama because it's not my teams having drama. Now, flip
I
it to
mean,
the NBA, my team's nothing but drama with an occasional championship.
yeah.
But the Lakers have been nothing but like I told you, I've read some books on Lakers history and Showtime and all. It has been nothing but drama since they left Minneapolis. Like the Lakers have been winning championships purely by accident for 50 years. Like
That's crazy.
it is absolutely crazy. People didn't get along, and the owners, and like whatever.
Yeah, that's yeah, what, 11 titles in your lifetime or something like that. Crazy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I'll take it.
Yeah, that's it. They figured out, stumble into titles here and there, and they must be nice. Must be nice.
I'll take it. So I try to stay drama free with my other teams.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't have all the teams having drama.
That's correct. That is correct.
So, like you said, bye week this week. Cats go to South Carolina in 2 weeks. So you play the team that whooped you last year and kind of shocked everybody into realizing that, okay, we got to lower expectations for this season because they came to Lexington and just did whatever they wanted to do.
That's correct.
Brock Vandegrift was running for his life, and he pretty much did that the rest of the year. And he pulled a Megatron and Barry Sanders. He retired at the end of the season last year. So I'm just beat to death, and I'm done. So basically, what happened to him? Starting with the South Carolina game.
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes.
This is another bellwether game. I know we'll talk about it more next week, but Kentucky's got to show signs of life moving forward.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
So I don't know if you got to show something. And
it's gonna be Cutter's first start on the road, so that'll be. And 2 weeks ago it was old boy for Ole Miss. It was his first SEC start on the road, and Ty Bryant got himself 2 picks, and we had him on the ropes. So the Columbia Sandstorm night game, Cutter Bowley's first game, could be a little shaky for us too. Hopefully he's cool and can able to weather all that, but we can't say we'll be surprised if it ain't a little shaky because you can only. It's the first start. You can't. You don't have experience until you get it.
Right, and you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
So Still want South Carolina. Let's see. But you got to do something to bring some life into it. That's all I'm looking for at this point. I'm not saying it's a moral victory, but I'm saying you just can't. The quarterback can't be out there looking confused.
Yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
can't call timeouts because the play clock's running down. Like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it's these little things that should not be happening in year 13.
Yes, you're
That's
right.
that's my 2 cents on that.
And Vanderbilt beat the fool out of South Carolina this past weekend. Uh, it's Shane Beamer. He's annoying. He gets on our nerves. Stoops can't stand him. We know that, with his sunglasses and all that. So you beat him so he ain't in the locker room putting on his sunglasses and all that again. I think they play Missouri this weekend, so they got another tough game before the Cats come to town. So, be better off a bye week too. Stoops has struggled coming off of bye weeks. So, you got 2 weeks to prepare and then we don't look prepared. So
That's the thing
that's what
is yeah. I just hate that all this. The Tennessee plays fast. It should catch you off guard at this point.
yeah.
Tennessee plays fast, but it seems to catch us off guard every year.
Mm-hmm.
We seem to be.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold your horses.
Yeah. Just people just running wide open. Just
We didn't know we were going to play tempo.
Yeah. Yeah. And we've seen that, which is so weird. Styles make fights. Should have a few more wins against Ole Miss than we do, but every time aside from that DK Metcalf game when that was like 42-41, these last few games have been Stoops type games. 20-17 down there last year.
Yeah.
22-19 when Levis and they called a legal procedure on Danke, or else we beat them again. To hold them to 20 and this time 30 points, but then to be so clueless against Tennessee, who plays fast. That's what, how can you dictate to Ole Miss how we're going to play, win or lose? Sometimes you don't always win them, but it's 10-7 at halftime, and the people in Oxford like, what is going on? You remember down there last year? What is they were, and then we played Tennessee, and the national anthem still playing, and they got 14 points. Like, how did you?
I don't know, man. It's frustrating. I support all Kentucky sports, but that's what just blows my mind.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
this is what they do. We have to be ready for it.
Mm-hmm. Well, hope everybody's ready for a good weekend. Enjoy the bye. Fall is coming. Hopefully it cools off for y'all up there.
Yeah, it was hot.
Because, it's going to go from one extreme to the other. And it'll be,
Hot.
Yeah. But appreciate David Hibbert in the comments.
Yeah, he's my dude, man.
Yeah.
I like I say this every time he does the comments. I like him because he just says numbers, right? He doesn't say anybody's name. And it reminds me of my dad. My dad used to say, 23 for Chicago is pretty good. I'm like, yeah, it's Michael Jordan. He's like, 23 is pretty good. Like, he wouldn't say anybody's name. The only athlete he ever mentioned by name was Oscar Robertson, but everybody else was a number.
Okay.
So David does that as well, too. So it always reminds me of my dad. I'm like, you can say Michael Jordan. Like, 23. 23 is good. I'm like, all right, whatever. I ain't going to fight you.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So appreciate David. Appreciate everybody that watched us live on Twitter and YouTube and Facebook. Appreciate Clara Strack hopping in here and everybody at UK getting that set up. Cammy and everybody over there. So that was fun. Talking about Buffalo, the Bills, expectations for this year, stuff she did last year, all that.
And shout out to North Tonawanda, a suburb of Buffalo, opposite side of Claire. She said she's from the south side. That's the north side of Buffalo. So there you go.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. So everybody, if you miss us live, it'll be replaying on all the social media.
And we're Buffalo fans because I told you my stepson looked like Josh Allen. I sent you that.
That's
So I
right.
got him that shirt for his birthday.
That's right.
He looked like Josh Allen. I was like, I
That's
wish you
right.
had Josh Allen money.
Yeah, yeah. You maybe go win a Super Bowl or something. Maybe
Yeah,
just yeah. But yeah, they did favor. That was something else. How much he did look like him for sure. So man, till next week. Uh, we'll see if the Niners are 3-0. See if the Cowboys are 2-1, and see what happens with all the other sports between now and then. Do what we do. Appreciate everybody that comes through and watches and listens and retweets and
big time volleyball match tomorrow night. Kentucky, Louisville. It's a
yes, yes it is.
top six match up. I think Kentucky slipped to six, but still, hey, it's a volleyball state.
Mm-hmm. They Pitt match didn't go the way we hoped. They bounced back against SMU and Houston, and now Louisville tomorrow. And Coach Skinner ain't scared to play nobody.
That's right. That's right.
No matter where, what time, he's ready. So
We'll play the cards tough.
that's it. That's it. So we'll hop on over here. Appreciate everybody that took time to check us out. And we'll be back next Wednesday for TB. This is Vinny. This is another episode of Cats Talk Wednesday on the BS3 Network. Appreciate everybody. We'll holler at y'all later on.
Yes, sir.